Hey guys, I'm Cubus and today I've got for you a review of Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm reviewing a PlayStation 4 version, but bear in mind that the versions aren't numbered the same, as for example the current gen patch 1.09 was equivalent to 1.23 on previous gen consoles. Some of you might wonder why I reviewed this game, as it isn't known for technical issues, but stick with me to the end of this video and I will explain you why. I have a hard time talking about the design of this game. It's not that I have mixed feelings or anything like that. It's just because there's so much to talk about and I just don't know where to start. First, there's the design of the game world and how it looks like all the movies set in Los Angeles. You can see how much thought was put into making it and how every single thing is there for a reason.
Next, I'll have this thing so far up your ass, your tonsils will be playing shadow puppets.
In Los Santos there is everything you would expect in a big city. Big arteries of highways, enormous skyscrapers in downtown and villas in the Vinewood Hills. On the outskirts you can visit more industrial districts with harbor or oil wells. Then, way up north, you can see more provincial areas, including desert, forests, fields or small towns. If you can name it, it probably is somewhere in San Andreas. And the best thing about it is that it all fits right where it should. You never get a feeling that any place doesn't fit its neighborhood. Apart from the world design, there is innovative narrative method using three main characters, which you can control. I think that when Rockstar was first trying out the idea of multiple protagonists in Grand Theft Auto 4 with its expansions, they decided to make it more dynamic this time. And boy did it work. It's a very fresh experience when during shootout you don't call for AI's cover fire, but instead just switch the character and you do it yourself. And even though it's probably the first time you see such system work in this big of scale, it works really good. Add to this all the systems associated with combat, driving, etc. and you end up with one of the most complex games ever created. And one of the most impressive things is that the first-person view works, even though the GTA 5 was designed as a third-person action game. But obviously that's just a tip of an iceberg, because there's a lot of content in this game already. There's way more than 200 vehicles and dozens of weapons at your disposal, as well over 100 single-player missions and quests. And this can be really well designed as well. There is one side quest that is really long and quite boring to complete. After you do complete it, you are rewarded with just a few virtual dollars, and that's it. No new unlocks, no trophy or achievement. Michael feels he was used and deceived, and so do you. This one moment shows you how great writers and designers work for Rockstar. But wait, there's more. One of the most impressive things in Grand Theft Auto 5 are the details. Things like GPS losing signal in tunnels, a radio station that has a range limited only to about a third of the world map, or clothes being slowly covered in sweat when you go out to do some jogging. And as a cherry on top of the cake, there's all the satire in this game, ridiculing everything and everyone. Popular TV shows, social media, commercials or fads. It's all here and they can be really hilarious. But after you spend a whole eternity in single player, you decide to join GTA Online, and this has just as much content as the single player campaign. Multiple game modes from classic races or deathmatches to cooperative missions that are just like the single player ones but with other players. And obviously a free roam where you can wreak havoc against the other players or perform crazy stunts with your friends. There are only two things to complain in design, both regarding the GTA Online. First, there could be more missions for groups of more than 4 players, and there are none for groups of more than 6. And the other thing is that there should be more missions demanding higher level and better equipment, because the end game isn't that demanding as it could be. But seeing that Rockstar keeps adding more and more content, I think that they will address these problems later on. Overall, the design of this game is simply fantastic. I don't do half points, and I don't think that the cons I've talked about are worth a whole point. So I give the game 10 points for design, but this little flaw is coming back later. The technical side of the game is almost as good as the design. To be honest, when I first played it almost 2 years ago on my Xbox 360, I couldn't believe my eyes. This time around, on PS4 the game didn't shock me as much, but it certainly looks great. You get a very solid experience playing single player campaign, without any issues regarding physics, movement, game saves, scripts or AI. Only issue I noticed are little frame drops when speeding through high traffic regions. Other than that, there isn't anything to complain about. But it isn't all gold when it comes to the multiplayer modes. There are some minor problems with searching and joining lobbies, but they are rather occasional. The biggest issues are the loading times, when it sometimes takes literally a few minutes of waiting to join the lobby or the game. Any lags I've encountered were caused by the connection issues of the players, and I don't remember having any problems caused by the servers, so that's great. All in all, the technical side of GTA 5 is rock solid, with only few flaws in multiplayer, so I'm giving it 9 out of 10 points. Let me tell you why I put the business section into my reviews. It was because of the dishonest publishers and their dirty tricks. Cutting away content from complete games to sell it as expansion packs. Creating the game in a way that forced you to use some sort of microtransactions, or seducing you with meaningless downloadable content to pre-order the game, or showing you misleading trailers. But it isn't the case this time. Once you get your copy and download the free updates, you get the full experience. Your GTA 5 and GTA Online is constantly fed with new content free of charge. New weapons and attachments, gadgets or vehicles. The PC version was enhanced with new radio station and the video creator, and according to Rockstar, the first is coming soon to all the consoles and the latter is being tailored for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, to be released as soon as it is ready. The only thing wrong is that there are microtransactions in GTA Online, but it's not the pay-for-win situation, as most weapons are saved behind level-based unlock system. And it's not forced on you, so it really is mostly for the players that have already put a lot of time into the game. Again, this thing isn't big enough for me to deduct a whole point. But merging it up with that small design flaws in multiplayer I didn't count in the first section, here is the time, therefore bringing the score for business to 9 out of 10 points. And there you go. As you can see, I really enjoyed this game. It's extremely well designed with great gameplay, high level of technical polish and really honest business side. The total score of 28 out of 30 points says quite a lot, doesn't it? But before I end, I would like to address the question I brought up in the beginning. Why would I review a game that was very well received on every platform it was released, without any stories about the game being broken on day one? Well, for starters, there are games that get worse with time. Read a little about Gran Turismo 6 on PlayStation 3, so you'll get the idea. Another thing is that games might not just get their bugs fixed, but they can be expanded and improved in the matter of content. And this game is one of the best examples of that. Believe me, playing the online back in late 2013 and playing it now is really different. With all the good work that Rockstar have already put into the game, I know it's one of the rare games that I don't just buy, finish and resell. It's the game that I want to keep for longer, waiting for new content. I wouldn't even be mad for paid expansions, as big and good as they were for Grand Theft Auto 4, because I know that it would be a really good way to spend some money. And I could only wish for that more publishers and game makers could understand that this is the proper way to treat your fans. Thank you for staying this long, that's all for today. And if you like this review, don't forget to subscribe this channel and to follow Is It Patched on Facebook.